chapter 6, triangles and its properties. So first we will define what is triangle. Triangle is basically a closed figure which is having three sides. So triangle a closed figure with three sides. Suppose we are having a triangle A, B and C. Now we will see the elements of the triangle. There are three sides of a triangle which are AB, BC and AC. Now the three angles. Here in this triangle we are having three angles, which is angle BAC, angle ABC, this angle ABC and angle ACB, this angle ACB. So we can write the names of the triangle as angle A, angle B and angle C. Now we will see what are the vertices of the triangle. Vertices here means the corner points of the triangle. Here in this triangle we are having three corner points, so the vertices will be A, B and C. So these are the elements of a triangle. Now we will see if ABC is a triangle, now which is the side opposite to angle A. So the angle A has the side BC opposite to it. So it is BC. Similarly, the side opposite to angle B. Here this angle B is having the side AC opposite to it. So it is AC. Similarly, the side opposite to angle C is AB. In the similar way, we can find out the angles which are opposite to the particular sides. So, angle opposite to side AB. The angle which is opposite to the side AB is angle C. Similarly, the angle opposite to side BC. The BC side has angle A opposite to it. So it is angle A. Similarly, angle opposite to the side AC is this side AC has this angle B opposite to it. So in this way we can find out the angles which are opposite to particular sides and the sides which are opposite to particular angles. We will see the classification of triangles first on the basis of the sides, and the second on the basis of their angles. So we have three different classification on the basis of the sides. The first one is scalene triangle. The second is the isosceles triangle. Lateral triangle. The second classification on the basis of the angles are acute angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, and right angle triangle. see all of them in detail. Now, the first classification is on the basis of the sides. The first one is scalene triangle, isosceles triangle and equilateral triangle. So, scalene triangle is a triangle in which all the three sides of the triangle are unequal. Here, if all the three sides of a triangle are of unequal length, then it is said to be a scalene triangle. Now, isosceles triangle, a triangle having two sides equal, is called the scalene triangle. Here in this triangle ABC, we are having AB is equals to AC. Also, in an isosceles triangle, the angles which are opposite to the equal sides are also equal. So, this angle ABC will also be equal to angle ACB. So, this is the property of an isosceles triangle. Two sides are equal in an isosceles triangle. Also, the angles which are opposite to the equal sides are also equal. Now, the equilateral triangle, a triangle in which all the three sides are equal, is said to be an equilateral triangle. Suppose in this triangle ABC, we have all the three sides equal. That is, AB is equals to BC is equals to AC. And all the three angles equal. Then it is an equilateral triangle. Here, angle BAC is equal to angle ACB is equal to angle ABC. All the three angles as well as all the three sides of an equilateral triangle are equal. So this was the classification of triangles based on their sides. Next classification is on the basis of the angles. The first one is acute angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle and right angle triangle. In an acute angle triangle, we have all the three angles acute. Okay, so all the angles of an acute angle triangle are acute. Now, obtuse angle triangle will have one angle greater than 90 degree, that is obtuse angle. Okay, so if in a triangle when angle is greater than 90 degree, that is obtuse angle, then the triangle is said to be an obtuse angle triangle. In the right angle triangle, we have one angle of 90 degree. Here in this triangle ABC, we are having this angle B equal to 90 degree. So this triangle ABC will be a right angle triangle because one angle is of 90 degree, which is right angled. Classification of triangles on the basis of their angles. Moving forward, this is the relation between the sides of a triangle. The first is the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle. Here we are given a triangle ABC and the length of the sides are given as 3, 4 and 6 cm. Suppose if we add any two sides of the set, this triangle, that is 3 cm plus 4 cm, which is equals to 7 cm, which is greater than 6 cm. So what we have done, we have added two sides of the triangle here, AB plus BC, which is coming to be greater than AC. So in the similar way, we can add up any two sides of the triangle and the sum should always be greater than the third side. So this is the relation of any two sides of a triangle. When we add any two sides of a triangle, their sum will always be greater than the third side. Similarly, if we find out the difference of any two sides of the triangle, that is 6 cm minus 3 cm, which is 3 cm less than 4 cm. So what we have done, we have taken the difference of this AC minus AB, which is coming to be less than the third side, that is. So whenever we take the difference of any two sides of a triangle, it will always be less than the third side. This is the relation between the difference of any two sides of a triangle. Now we will see what is an altitude of a triangle. So an altitude of a triangle is a perpendicular line drawn from any of the vertex of a triangle to its opposite side. Suppose we have drawn a perpendicular line from the vertex A to the side BC, then this AD will be the altitude of the given triangle. So an altitude is a perpendicular line segment drawn from any vertex of a triangle to its opposite side. of an acute angle triangle. For an acute angle triangle, the all angles will be less than 90 degree. So for this vertex A, we will draw the altitude which is on the opposite side, that is BC, and AD will be the altitude. Similarly, from the vertex C, we can draw the perpendicular line to the opposite side, that is AB. Here we will have this CE as the altitude. In the similar way, we can draw an altitude from the vertex B to its opposite side, meeting the side AC at point F. So this BF will be the altitude for this given triangle. So we can have maximum 3 altitudes for a given triangle. Now we'll see in the case of an obtuse angle triangle. For an obtuse angle triangle, the altitude from the vertex A will lie on the outside of this triangle. So this AD will be the outside of the triangle. One altitude will be inside of the triangle from the vertex B, that is BE. And the third one will be from point C to D, that is outside the triangle. Also, in the case of a right angle triangle, in case of a right angle triangle, we already have one right angle, one angle of 90 degree. So for this vertex B, this BA will be the perpendicular, and similarly from this particular vertex B, BC will be the perpendicular. So if we want to draw the altitude from point B, we will have the altitude to the opposite side, that will be BD, and the remaining two altitudes will be the sides of the triangles itself. This is the median of a triangle. A median of a triangle is a line segment joining any vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. Let us understand this with the help of the example. Suppose if we have this triangle ABC and we have joined this vertex A to the midpoint of the side BC, that will be D. Suppose that midpoint of the side BC is B, that is BD is equals to DC, and the line which is joining the vertex to this midpoint will be called the median of the triangle. So AD is the median of the triangle. In the similar way, we can also join this vertex B to the midpoint of the side AC, that will be the median of this triangle, name it as E. So BE also will be the median. Similarly, from the vertex C also we can join the line segment to the opposite side's middle point, name it as F. So we have 3 medians of a given triangle. Maximum 3 medians can be there for a triangle, and this point of intersection of all 3 medians of a triangle is called the orthocenter. So the median of a triangle is a line segment joining any vertex of a triangle to the middle point of the opposite side. This is the exterior angle property of a triangle. Suppose we have a triangle ABC and we will make an exterior angle of this triangle by extending any of the 3 given sides. If we have extended the side BC to point D, then this angle ACD will be the exterior angle of the given triangle. Now this property states that this exterior angle ACD will be equal to the sum of its opposite interior angles, that are angle A and angle B. So exterior angle property states that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its opposite interior angles. Here this angle ACD is the exterior angle of the triangle, which is equal to the sum of its opposite two interior angles, that are angle BAC and angle ABC. Now we will prove how this exterior angle property holds. We have the triangle ABC and ACD is the exterior angle of the given triangle. Now we have been given in triangle ABC, angle ACD is the exterior angle also. We have to show that the measure of angle ACD is equal to the sum of the measure of angle BAC and angle ABC. For this we have to do one construction. Draw a line CE which is parallel to the line AB. So we have drawn a line CE parallel to AB. Now this angle BAC will be equal to angle ACE. We will name this angle as angle X and angle Y. We will name the angle A as 1 and angle B as 2. So when we have drawn this line CE parallel to AB, we have angle 1 is equal to angle X, because since CE is parallel to AB and AC is the transversal. Now in this case angle 2 is equal to angle Y, because both these lines CE is parallel to AB and BD is the transversal. In this case both these angles are corresponding angles. And here angle 1 and angle X was alternate interior angles. So when we add these two, name these equations as 1 and 2. So adding 1 and 2, we have angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle X plus angle Y. We will add the left hand side to the both the LHS part and both the RHS part. So angle 1 and angle 2 is equal to angle X plus angle Y. Angle X plus angle Y will equal to ACD, angle ACD, and angle 1 and 2 are angle A and angle B. So we have proved the exterior angle property for a given triangle. So we have proved the exterior angle property of a triangle, which states that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its opposite interior angles. Now we'll proceed further. Questions related to the exterior angle property of a triangle. Suppose we are given a triangle ABC and the two interior angles of a triangle are given 50 degrees and 60 degrees. Now if we want to find out this angle ACD, which is the exterior angle of this triangle, then angle ACD will be equal to measure of angle BAC plus measure of angle ABC. So this exterior angle ACD will be equal to 50 degrees plus 60 degrees and angle ACD will be 110 degrees. Similarly, if we are given some another triangle, suppose it is DEF and this DFG is the exterior angle of this triangle, which is given to us 120 degrees. Suppose if this interior angle E is given 70 degree and we need to find out the angle D. So we will use the exterior angle property, which states that the sum of the two interior opposite angles will be equal to the exterior angle. So here angle D plus angle E will be equal to angle DFG. So here angle D is not given, plus 70 degree is equal to 120 degree. Now this 70 will be shifted to the other side and it will be 120 degree minus 70 degree, that is 50 degree. So the measure of angle D will be 50 degrees. We have done these questions based on the exterior angle property of the triangle. So by using this property we can find out the value of the interior angle whenever we are given the exterior angle of a triangle. Next is the angle sum property of the triangle. Now in angle sum property of a triangle, it states that the sum of all three angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Here in this triangle ABC, the sum of angle A plus angle B plus angle C will be equal to 180 degree. So this is the angle sum property of a triangle, which states that when we add up all the three angles of a triangle, we will get the sum of 180 degrees. Now we will prove this angle sum property of a triangle. Here this is a triangle ABC and ACD is the exterior angle of the triangle. So given ABC, triangle ABC is a triangle with angle ACD as its exterior angle. We have to show that angle A plus angle B plus angle C will be equal to 180 degree. 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. So here we have named the angle A as 1, angle ABC as 2 and angle ACB as angle 3. Also this ACD is named as angle 4. Now we have angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to angle 4 by using exterior angle property. Now we have these 3 angle and 4 angle forming a linear pair. So the sum of angle 3 plus angle 4 will be equal to 180 degree. Because both the angle 3 and 4 are forming a linear pair, being adjacent, they are forming a linear pair, hence their sum is 180 degrees. Also we can put the value of angle 4 as angle 1 and plus angle 2, that is angle 3 plus angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. We have used this equation, that is angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2 in our second equation. So which is, we can say that angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Here we are having the sum of all the 3 interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Let us do one example based on the angle sum property of a triangle. We are having a triangle ABC in which we are given 2 angles and we have to find out the third angle, that is angle C. Since by angle sum property we know that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Now angle A is given 30 degrees, angle B is given 70 degree, so angle C is not given. We will put angle C as it is. Now it will be 100 degree plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Angle C will be equal to 180 degree minus 100 degree. So this 100 will be shifted to the other side and it will be in negative sign. So angle C will be equal to 80 degree. So we have found out the third angle which was not given to us using the angle sum property of a triangle. This is the Pythagoras theorem, and this Pythagoras theorem is only true for a right angle triangle. The triangle should be right angled, which states that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of square of its legs. Here in this triangle ABC, we are having one 90-degree angle, that is angle B, and the side which is opposite to this 90-degree angle will be called the hypotenuse of the triangle, and it is the longest side of the triangle. The Pythagoras theorem states that the square of this hypotenuse will be equal to the sum of the square of the two legs. Here the two legs of this triangle except this hypotenuse are AB and BC. So here we have hypotenuse square is equal to BC, the base square, plus perpendicular square. So in this, the hypotenuse is AC. AC square will be equal to AB square plus BC square, which is the Pythagoras theorem for a right angle triangle. We will now try some examples of it. Suppose we are given a triangle ABC right angled at B, and we have been given the perpendicular 4 cm and the base BC 3 cm. We have to find out the hypotenuse of this triangle. We know by Pythagoras theorem this hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. That is AC square will be equal to AB square plus BC square. Here we have the value for AB square, that is 4 square plus 3 square. BC is 3. So here 4 square will be 16 and 3 square will be 9. AC square is 25. Now AC square means AC into AC, and 25 will be 5 multiplied by 5. So AC will be equal to 5 cm. In this way we have find out the hypotenuse of a given triangle using the Pythagoras theorem.